Connecting Arizona. Live from the 12 News studios at 200 East Van Buren. This is 12 News Today.
Plus, this morning we're cooking with Dad's favorite ingredient. Well, might be Mom's too. We're mixing beer with your best recipes. It's all coming up. All right, so you say you like cooking and you also like beer. So we thought this morning, why not combine them into something really fabulous? Beer could quickly become your favorite ingredient. We are talking cooking with beer this morning with Chef Ron Steinmetz, the Executive Sous Chef at the Talking Stick Resort. Ron, thanks so much for coming in. So beer not usually thought of as maybe a gourmet ingredient, but you say, wait a minute, not so fast, right?
You can steam with it. You can do various soups and things with it. It has a lot of different applications.
What are we making today? Beer
steamed clams.
All right, let's see. How do we do it?
Well, the final, you want to start? Go ahead and just start.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about some of the ingredients here.
Well, the clams, and then we've got some olive oil, garlic, bell peppers, green onions, fresh lemon, butter, of course our beer, a little wine, and some tasso ham. We're going to finish it up with some garlic bread.
Okay, so what do we do?
First step is usually just going ahead and getting the main ingredients, the clams and things going. So we put the oil in the pot.
Oil, okay.
Dump in our clams. Lots of noise.
So obviously very hot.
Very, very hot. As hot as you can get it to start.
Hot as you can get it to start, all right.
Just let that steam for a little bit.
Yep.
We're going to add the garlic. We'll add the beer and the wine really quick and just let it cook. It takes about 6 minutes for the clams to open up.
Okay.
Once they're all opened up, you add the rest of the ingredients, let it simmer for a little bit, and then just go ahead and plate it up.
Okay. So now, when we talk about putting the beer in there, what kind of beer are we talking about? Is this some fancy beer, or is it like a micro brew, or can you PBR me on this one?
You can use the domestics. We're using a domestic beer today.
Okay.
Imports work well. If it's a little colder out and you want to use some dark beers, a heavier beer, a stout beer, that's going to work also. Okay. It just all kind of blends together at the end.
If you're counting calories, can you use the light beers, or is that kind of going to take away from the flavor?
If you're counting calories, you can use a light beer, but we are using some butter, we are using some olive oil, you are eating sourdough bread.
So at this point, just go the whole 9 yards with it, huh?
Exactly. Just do it up. Yeah.
What does the beer do in terms of the flavor?
It adds a nice, I like it because I think it adds a nice robust flavor, kind of rounds out and takes the edge off the wine a little bit, and then it gives it that distinctive beer flavor, for lack of better words. That flavor, like when you're back east and you go into a fish house and you're having chowder and you smell the beer and the fish and the salt water and all that, it gives it that flavor for me.
So now, should you be drinking beer as you eat this dish? I mean, can you mix your alcohol? Like, would you have a glass of wine while you're eating beer-infused clams?
I would stick with the beer.
Stick with the beer.
I would stick with the beer.
All right, any other little tips on this one as we put the last ingredients in here and get going?
No, not at this point. One of the biggest tricks is watching to make sure things don't get too brown in here. Once you've got the liquid in there, you're kind of good to go. And then just cover it and let it cook. It takes about 6 minutes from start to finish, 7 minutes from start to finish.
And over here we have the finished product. It looks fabulous.
Yep.
Brought some potatoes out here for us as well.
Some skillet roasted cast iron potato spears, which you can use on the side. And just give those a little flip, as well as the sourdough garlic bread, which you can stick right in the bowl.
And Ron, if I'm not ambitious enough to try this at home, do you have this on the menu over at the Talking Stick?
We don't currently have this particular dish. We have dishes that are like this at Talking Stick.
Fabulous.
This isn't an ambitious dish. This is get your pot hot, dump all the stuff in, and put the lid on, walk away.
Sounds exactly my speed. All right. Hey, Ron, thank you so much for coming in today. Sure do appreciate it. It smells just fabulous in here, by the way. And as we have a last look at that dish, oh, yummy. The crew is very excited. All right.